Hutton Show, starring Betty Hutton. As Goldie.
Hello, Mary.
Oh, just a minute, Nicky. I wouldn't go in there right now. Your father's very busy.
Under no conditions. I would never underwrite amalgamated zinc at this figure. Kenyon, you're an idiot.
Dad, I have to talk to you for a second.
Not now, Nicky, I'm busy. Renegotiate the deal.
I've got to have a check. Here, sign here.
The prospectus looked pretty good.
It's only $500.
Yes. All right.
Pen, Dad.
No, absolutely not. No, not you. I was talking to Nicky. My son Nicky's here in my office. I said yes to him and no. No. I mean, I said no to you and yes to... Wait a minute. Now get out. I'm sorry, Nicky. I didn't mean to holler. But I'm just so busy.
Oh, that's all right, Dad. I understand.
Now look, about the Cartwright merger.
Hi, Mary. Oh, hello, Goldie. What's the matter? Oh, I'm having trouble with my bills.
Not again.
I just don't seem to have enough in my checking account to pay for them.
Well, why don't you do what my girlfriends and I do again? It's kind of a bind.
What's that?
Well, first you make out all your checks.
Yeah.
Then you take your doctor bill and you send that to the butcher. And then you take a butcher bill, send it to the landlord, then the rent bill, to the phone company. You got it made.
Yeah, but what good is that going to do?
Well, they got to send them all back, right?
Yeah?
Well, by the time they do, you got another check. You got them covered. Simple?
Oh.
You're an idiot.
Hi, Mr. Strickland.
Oh, Goldie. I'll call you back later. Mary, no more calls. Oh, am I glad to see you.
You're glad to see me. Boy, am I glad to see you. I almost didn't make it today. Some young punk almost knocked me over in the street.
No.
Didn't even stop to say I'm sorry. You know how you're telling me every week what the trouble you have with your kids? Well, believe me, you've got nothing to worry about, not compared to this kid. Now, there is real trouble. What a kook.
A kook?
Yeah, you know, a kook. Out, gone, bye.
Well, I hate to say it, Goldie, but that word kook could be a pretty good label for my kids, too.
Which one this time? Nicky, Pat, or Roy?
Nicky. He was just up here. I was right in the middle of an important business call, and he just had to interrupt me to get $500.
$500 for what?
How should I know? All I do know is it's probably for something that he doesn't really want. I'm sure he doesn't need. And after he gets it, he'll only want more money to buy a new one.
Well, I'm sure glad you didn't give it to him. You know, Mr. Strickland, there aren't many parents as firm with their children as you are. That's what causes all the trouble. Besides, with all your talk, I know they can't be as bad as you say. Not with as nice a man as you are for their father.
Well, thanks, Goldie. But I don't know. Somehow, it just seems I'm not able to get through to them anymore. Take my daughter Pat, for instance. The only time I see her is in the morning when I'm going out to work. She's coming home from a jam session.
Well, what about Roy? You can't say that about him. He's a child.
Well, to tell the truth, I just don't seem to find anything to talk to Roy about.
But he's 12 years old. Get down to his level.
Get down to his level? Goldie, how do you get down to the level of a 12-year-old who was turned down by Princeton? Not because he couldn't meet their scholastic level, but only because he couldn't reach the sink in the washroom? I don't know. A lot of it's probably my fault. I guess I've been so busy I haven't been able to give the kids much time. Maybe if their mother had lived.
Mr. Strickland, you've got to stop that. I told you. You've ruined the manicure. Now just relax and make believe the mark went up 10 points since I came in.
Goldie, don't you ever worry about anything?
But I can't seem to find the percentage. And if I had to worry, I'd start right now on my career.
Oh, that's right. You were in show business.
Well, I didn't start to be a manicurist. Oh, Mr. Strickland, if you could have seen me on those floats, if I say so myself, nobody rode the floats the way I did.
Hello. I thought I told you... Oh, it's you, Pat. No. I'm sorry. I said the answer is no. If you're short on your checking account, you'll just have to wait until next month. No. Oh, all right, but this is the last time that you... No. That's right. I said no.
Well, I guess that's that for this week. I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Goldie. You know, maybe if I had you around 24 hours a day, I might pound some sense into my kids' heads.
Now, don't you worry. They're going to turn out just fine. Oh, by the way, if you really want to be firm with your kids, like you say, you still have time to call the bank and stop Nicky's check. Bye.
Mary, get my attorney on the phone. Hello? Oh, it's you, Seaton. Look, I want you to come over this evening. Yes. I want to talk to you about something. I just got an idea about a change in my will. Now, I think you better make it tonight. Bye.
Hello? Hi, Goldie. I just called to tell you you're a genius. Yeah. You know that idea you gave me last week? You know, the one about the bills? Well, it worked. Yeah. And how do you want? Oh, sorry, I gotta hang up. I got another call. But thanks a lot. Bye. Good morning, Mr. Strickland's office. Oh, just a moment. I'll see if he's free. Mr. Strickland? Mr. Strickland? Mr. Strickland? Mr. Strickland!
Will you watch it with the cold cream? I don't want you girls to get the wrong impression. Mrs. Fienbaum goes along. She watches every move J.L. makes.
Oh, sure.
Well, oh, not again. If it's another of those door-to-door salesmen, I'm really going to tell him off. Yes?
Miss Appleby?
Yes.
May I come up and see you a minute?
What for?
It's about a legal matter.
What'd you do?
I don't know. Whatever you did, don't admit a thing. Don't admit anything. A legal matter?
Yes.
Well, it's a long ways up here. 4 floors.
I guess I'll weather it.
Apartment 4A.
I hate cops.
What did you do? I don't know. Look, it isn't your income tax, is it?
I don't know.
Well, now tell me.
I can't help you, and
I didn't do anything. I
You
promise.
didn't bet on a horse.
I didn't do anything. Try it.
Miss Appleby,
What's it to you?
you knew the late Walter Strickland. I was his lawyer.
Oh, yes. He was a very nice man.
Oh, are there two Miss Applebys?
Oh, no. I'm Goldie Appleby.
I see. What I have to say is rather important. May I come in?
Oh, yes. Come right in.
Miss Appleby, this may come as something of a shock to you, but you've been appointed executor and guardian of the Strickland estate. You have complete charge of everything, his family and his money.
A kook. Oh, now, wait a minute. He wouldn't like you making jokes like that about him.
Believe me, this is no joke, Miss Appleby. The will was probated this morning.
Oh, but you don't understand. I hardly knew him. He came in every week for a manicure. We had a couple of laughs, but
He evidently thought he knew you rather well.
But Mr. Strickland was a very rich man. What would I know about that kind of money?
You have the National City Bank, the Irving Trust Company, and the East River Savings Bank to advise you. I'm sure they can be trusted.
Oh, sure. I got a nice gold clock from them when I opened a savings account there, but I still...
Appleby, Walter was much more concerned about his children.
Children? Oh, no, wait a minute. Where do I come from? Kids? I don't even have a brother or sister. Okay, buddy. You've had your laugh and I bid. Now out.
Miss Appleby, there's a paragraph in the will which I had typed up for you. I think you ought to read it.
Since my only relatives are distant ones and are of debatable moral value, I earnestly request that Miss Goldie Appleby take over the legal guardianship of my 3 children, Patricia, Nicholas, and Roy Strickland. I hope that you'll be able to give them the sense of security and practical reality which I have failed to do. Perhaps, too, she'll be able to teach them her own particular gift for happiness.
Now do you believe it?
Did you write down Cousin Eric? He'd be the ideal guardian. He spends 6 months of the year in Africa and the rest of the time in the Bahamas.
I've got him.
All he'd have to do is mail us the checks.
Mr. Seaton wouldn't hold still for him. We'd have to have a guardian who'd see us once in a while. What about Cousin Maud?
Cousin Maud must be 90 years old. I don't think she'd understand about sports cars.
You could always take her to Bob City.
Roy, will you shut up? Why don't you make your own list?
Because it's foolish. They're not going to let us pick our own guardian.
Why didn't they call us downtown for the reading of the will? Why is Mr. Seaton coming all the way up here to see us? Because he realizes we're old enough to have some choice.
Makes you happy to think so.
Oh, that must be Seaton. Hello, Mr. Seaton.
Understand? Miss Appleby. Nicky, Cat, Roy, this is Miss Appleby.
Oh, just plain Goldie will do.
Goldie?
Yes, I was named for my Aunt Goldie LaRue in the Follies. She was a big smash. What a built. Dress. Do you like it, honey? You can wear it any time you want. J'adore vite.
Mr. Seaton, if your friend will excuse us, we do have business to discuss.
Oh, but Nicky, Miss Appleby is not just a friend. I have to inform the three of you that according to the terms of your father's will, she has been appointed your guardian.
Oh, I know just how you feel. When I first heard the news, it knocked me right on my MacGuffin. That was Panama Hattie.
Well, this is a Dega and that's a Racine. They're priceless.
Oh, cuckoo.
May I venture an opinion? Don't you think that those photographs would look better on some other wall?
Oh, no, these small ones go swell with these big ones.
May I go now, madam?
I would watch that madam if I were you. I'm single.
Morton, darling, Pat. Pat Strickland. Oh, darling, I've just been doing some serious thinking, and I've decided to accept your proposal. I know it's been several months, but a girl has to have time to make up her mind.
Elliot? Nicky Strickland. I just called to tell you I'm all packed. Get out the welcome mat. I'll be on the South Shore in about an hour. But you invited me to be a house guest only last year.
Come in.
We've been buzzing you, miss. There's a Miss Lorna Peterson wishes to speak to you on the telephone. Madam, your telephone is in your bedroom.
I don't know what happened. The old man must have flipped. Or maybe he just liked having his nails manicured. Pretty. I've seen better faces on iodine bottles.
Well, you'd have to see her to believe her. The dress she was wearing would be just perfect for Halloween. It had a big rose right across the whole front of it. For a moment, I actually thought it was growing. Yes, right out of the pot.
Hello, Lorna.
Goldie?
We couldn't wait a minute longer. We're just drooling for the news. Put another pot of stew on. I'm coming home.
What's the matter with you, Goldie? Have you gone nuts or something?
No, I've had on Fifth Avenue. The only time I'll be back is to give a manicure. Believe me, it'll be a fast one. Come on in, kid. Be my guest. Take all the pot shots you want at me. It's open season. Only I'm not going to be around much longer.
Nicky and Pat frightened you, didn't they?
I'm not scared of anybody.
You don't have to pay any attention to them. Nobody else does.
Look, kid, you try to act smart. I'm leaving.
I'd like you to stay.
Oh, sure you would. You just love me. You can't bear to see me go.
No, but if you stay, I don't have to go to another boarding school.
Well, how many you been to?
5. I start my 6th on Monday. They never expel me for anything except conduct.
Look, kid, I wanted to do your father a favor. He was a real nice guy. I wanted to stay, but I don't belong. I don't fit here. Your brother thinks I look like an iodine bottle, and your sister thinks I'm dressed up for Halloween.
That's easy to fix.
How?
It's very simple.
Have you lost your mind?
Still. Turn around.
Well? Oh, really?
Be quiet.
This whole family's nuts. No wonder you're spelled. Oh, no, you don't, buddy boy. Be my guest. Live here. I'm naked.
Where are your pearls?
My pearls? They're in my jewel box.
Sit down. There. Take a look.
Hey. That's not bad. Kind of Tony.
Please, Goldie, won't you stay?
You better watch that kid. It ruins a manicure.
Cecile.
Yes, sir.
Cecile. Where are the rose petals for the finger bowls?
I'm sorry. I'll get them.
If you can't remember these little details, perhaps you should take a position on the west side. Dinner is served.
How am I doing?
Like the Duchess of Windsor.
Cuckoo. Thank you, Hollister.
Miss Pat and Mr. Nicky won't be down for dinner. They both have headaches.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please ask them to come down to discuss their allowances.
Immediately, miss.
Do you think it's going to work?
It always has. Awfully sorry, Goldie.
We were pretty sick, but we felt better just like that.
Oh, I'm so glad. I didn't want anything to spoil our first dinner together. I just know we're going to be one big happy family.